I'm Peter Sidwell. I'm here in Simply Good Food TV kitchens. It's lunchtime. I want to create something light, fresh, full of flavour. I've just picked this wonderful flat leaf parsley out of the garden. I'm going to make a salsa verde. And we're going to do that with Dijon mustard, salted anchovies, capers, garlic, vinegar and olive oil. Make an incredible sauce, really useful to have in the kitchen. We're going to stir it through pasta, some feta and then some black Kalamata olives. Okay, so I've got my pasta cooking. It's going to take 9 minutes in salted boiling water. So while that's cooking, we'll make the salsa verde. So, parsley, flat leaf parsley, just fold it all up into a big bundle. Okay, good sharp knife, and then we're just going to chop this. If you want, you could put it all in the food processor and whiz it up. But I quite like a nice coarse texture, so I'm going to do it by hand and with a knife. So nice and finely chopped. Run your knife through again. The minute you chop it, that's when you get that wonderful, distinctive parsley fragrance. It's beautiful. Right, straight in the bowl. Just scoop all that up. And then a good sized garlic clove. Just put your knife over the top. Give it a bang. Just crack the garlic and it'll just unwrap like that. Okay? And then we're going to run a knife through that as well. You could use a crusher if you wanted to. I've got the knife out, so I'm just going to chop with a knife. Nice and fine. Okay, and then going to get a little bit of salt. Just put that on there, not too much because we're going to put anchovies in this. Use your knife and the salt on top of the garlic just to crush it down to a paste. And that just means you don't get like really big chunks of garlic through the sauce. You get that wonderful garlic flavour. So into the bowl, and I've got some capers, my absolute favourite ingredients at the moment. These are mini capers, so a good tablespoon of those, and then just run your knife through them. You can get big or small. I quite like the small ones, but it really doesn't matter. They taste pretty much the same. I'm going to leave these fairly chunky. I don't want them chopped up too fine. That's it. That'll do for me. Straight in the bowl. Excellent. Dijon mustard. Love this stuff. Good tablespoon of that, so 2 of them. That'll do. And then we've got anchovies. Salted anchovies, not the pickled. It's really important that you use those. Carefully open that so I don't get oil on my shirt. And then I'm going to do 3 anchovy fillets. And I'm going to chop those. Chop them nice and fine. Again, anchovies are like a seasoning, okay? So what you want is to chop them fine and then just break them down a bit more with your knife again. Because again, we want this to kind of melt together. This is all about marrying beautiful flavours together. It's not about any one ingredient. Okay, so there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so I've got a little bit of cider vinegar here. You could use sherry vinegar, red wine vinegar. I've got cider vinegar at the moment. So a couple of tablespoons of that. And then good extra virgin olive oil. We're not going to be cooking this sauce at all, so it's quite important to use a good olive oil, then you get the maximum flavour out of it. Okay, so I'm probably going to do about 6 tablespoons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then give this thing a really good mix together. Okay, so mix it all together. Get all those flavours to marry up. A little bit of black pepper. No salt at this stage because we've got it from the anchovies. A little bit of black pepper in there. And then another stir. Okay, little taste. Just to make sure that all the ingredients are kind of working together, not one taking over the other. Beautiful. Maybe a couple more oil. The vinegar's kind of coming through there. Just want to loosen that up, and that is ready to go. Okay, so let's put that to one side. My pasta here has been cooking for 9 minutes, okay? And it's al dente, it's been cooked in salted boiling water. So lift that out, catch a little bit of that lovely starchy water, because that kind of helps the whole thing come together. Put that to one side. Just sit the pasta above there. Okay. So, in with the pasta. Take the sauce. The minute this sauce hits that warm pasta, you just get this incredible aroma. It's beautiful. Really, really good. Oh, smells so good. Give it a good stir. And then I've got some feta. Okay? Just going to take the feta and we're just going to break it up. Don't worry about chopping it, just break it in your fingers. Okay? And this gives it a nice sort of tang, a little bit of acidity almost. Okay, give that a mix. And then final ingredient, some Kalamata olives. For me, I really love these. They work incredibly well. And I just want to take them out. These have got the stone in there, so just take a minute just to grab them, and pour some of that liquid off. And then we just break them open. Get rid of the pips. I always think the ones with stones in are the best. They always taste a little bit plumper, a bit juicier, and they tend to keep a little bit better. And this just gives a real sort of depth now with the olives. And you kind of, each time you're eating one, you kind of come across one and you get that hit of olive flavour. It's a really lovely dish, this. Nice and simple. Light. Works beautifully warm, but then make a bit more and just serve it for lunch the next day. Put it in your lunchbox, take it to work. Okay, so that's my pasta dish. And just move this over to one side. Wipe down. Nice big serving dish there. And then just spoon it out. All those lovely flavours. Beautiful. The aroma on this is absolutely incredible. I'm going to finish it with a little drizzle of oil, just to give it that lovely silky touch. Maybe a little bit more feta. Just a few bits. Not too much. And there we go. That's my flat leaf parsley, salsa verde with fresh pasta, feta and black olives. It's a beautiful lunch, really easy to do. Just get yourself in the garden and pick some more parsley.